What's up guys, Ryan here. Today is a significant day for me. The date is August 4th, 2019, and this is the 1-year anniversary of my most successful day selling print on demand online. Now, I had shared stories with you guys about in the past how I think it was my 3rd to 4th month in the Amazon merch program, I 10x'd my sales and my revenue. And then there was a time where I sold over 100 shirts in one day and made over $700 in royalties on Amazon merch. But 1 year ago, on August 4th, 2018, I sold over $5,000 on Etsy alone. So unrelated to Amazon merch, this time I was using the Etsy Printful integration, and I sold almost exclusively hats this day. And by the way, I should mention that if I'm crushing it on Etsy, you can bet I'm also crushing it on Amazon through Seller Central Printful integration, and then also through Amazon merch. But this trend was a hat specific trend. So of course I still took the design and threw it up on t-shirts, but this really had to do with hats. And I remember I had made the design, threw it up on some shirts on merch because that's all I really knew at the time prior to, I knew better, but at the same time I wasn't thinking clearly. So I went to the gym midday, got that clarity of thought that sometimes breaking a sweat and exercising gives you. And towards the end of my workout, I thought to myself, wait a second, this is a hat trend. Put it on a hat. So I came back to my desk, looked at Printful, was happy to see that they did allow me to sell custom embroidered hats, threw this design up on hats, put it on Etsy. Next thing you know, it was selling like wildfire, but that was actually on the 3rd. So it wasn't until, but by the way, on the 3rd I did good, sold over $1,000 on the first day of that design. Little did I know that would 5x basically the next day. And I just remember it was like a Saturday and I had to mute my computer speakers because every time you get a sale on Printful, every time you get a sale on Etsy, it emails you. Then you get an email from Printful letting you know that they got the sale. So you get 2 emails per sale. And it doesn't show me here how many sales it was, but it was clearly a lot. If it's about $30 on average order, and it was plus shipping too. So I was doing quite well. I was making about $9 to $10 per sale. So it was really good. But yeah, it was over 100 sales for sure. And actually what's crazy is Etsy was promoting my hat for me at the top of Google listings, through a Google ad that I didn't have to pay for because the conversion rate was so high. And I guess they have some automation in place to detect when it makes sense to do that. So they did that on my behalf and it was just crazy experience. But yeah, without giving you all the details of how I catch these trends, which I do reserve some of this stuff for my paid courses. I hate to be the guy. I feel like I'm not clickbaiting you guys. I have to save some stuff for behind the paywall to make it worth your money. But, in the Amazon merch course and the Dropshipped print on demand course, I'll give you every little detail that there is to share. But since you guys are watching my YouTube video, I don't want you to get mad at me and hit that dislike button. So I'll tell you that at a high level, it starts with me using an app called Push Bullet. And I don't know if it's on iOS, it's on Android. And what it does is it mirrors my phone to my computer so that I never have to really be on my phone because I feel like that's just a massive waste of time. And in doing that, I get little pop-ups in the bottom right of my screen whenever my phone gets a pop-up. And when I record these videos, I mute them because I don't want you guys seeing all my phone pop-ups, my text messages and all that. But it allows me to monitor news, for instance. I can install a news app, and if I have to look at my phone constantly throughout the day and see the news app push notification and then either read it or swipe it, it takes too long for me. That doesn't work for me. But if I get it to my computer, and I'm always at a computer, and all I have to do is move my mouse and click to dismiss it, then that's fine. That works perfectly for me. So that's how I stay up to date with certain trends. And I try to work within realms that I know. So a lot of it has to do with sport trends. And this was a sports trend. A sport app sent me a push notification. A lot of people probably read it, dismissed it, didn't think twice. Whereas, me being the print on demand seller, the edgy guy who's always looking to make money if I can. This wasn't at anybody's expense. There was a demand for this product that was not being served anywhere on the internet. I was the only person selling it for a good period of time, at least in the first day. It was just me, truthfully. And a big name player in a big name sport was seen wearing this hat. So I said, all right, what's the first step we do, guys? tmsearch.uspto.gov. If that's not your first step, that should be. Make sure it's not trademarked, because if it is, don't go after it. You're just going to get in trouble. It wasn't trademarked, went, created the design, no problem, threw it up on, like I said, on merch, and then later on hats, and the rest was history, guys. I mean, look at this. This is real money. This is $5,100. And I remember, like, I had to, because, you know, you have to pay Printful before they start production. So I had to swap credit cards because of how much was getting billed, and the fraud was going crazy on 2 credit cards. And then fortunately I keep some money in PayPal, so then I just started moving money out of PayPal into my Printful account. And Printful will let you set a fallback credit card, by the way, which is a good idea in case you happen to crush a trend like I did. This was like about $7,500 in a 3-day span of revenue. So you want to keep that backup credit card on file in case you need it. But yeah, guys, so in short, it was because I use an app called Pushbullet to mirror my push notifications from my phone to my computer so that they're manageable. Install a news app, stay up to date with breaking news. Sometimes you're just gifted something. Like this was a gift. The push notification that was sent to probably over 1 million people was about somebody's clever hat. And I was like, okay, it's not trademarked and no one's selling it, and it just got pushed to 1 million people. I'm going to sell it on t-shirts, hats, whatever. And I got some free money as a result. I mean, I'm not that sharp. It's not like I created this and came up with some original design and then had to market it. That would take forever. Instead, I let a celebrity market it for me. And as long as you guys are like paying attention, like these opportunities are out there. I'm not like a master of catching all the trends, but stick to what you know and carve out a little, you know, a little section of pop culture for yourself to stay on top of. For me, I love sports. I try to stay on top of sports. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. My sales today, 1 year later, were a fraction of what they were 1 year ago, but I'm still excited to celebrate the anniversary of just such an exciting day that reinvigorated my desire to succeed with print on demand. And hopefully this inspires you to keep pushing. Just so you guys know, full disclosure, by the way, while I do chase trends, I spend most of my time, almost, like when I say most, it's like 90%, 95% even, building evergreens, chasing evergreens, using tools like Merch Informer, or using no tools. I mean, I go over multiple ways of doing niche research in my courses, and I've posted free videos on YouTube as well that you can dig up. But like, I'm all about evergreens because that's how you create the reliable, recurring, passive income. But these trends, you just got to keep an ear to the streets, and when they present themselves and opportunity knocks, you got to be there to answer the door. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did. If you're new, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, hit me up below, and I will see you at the next one.